So, unfortunately, Goreface Killer just wasn't working for me. I think I would rather have a phallic shaped object hanging from my chin and walk around with it on for 24 hours than ever go through this thing again. What's going on, guys? Welcome to 31 Days of Horror. I am Morgan Film Fan. Let's jump into some scares now. Goreface Killer is a film that I recognize, especially from Wild Eye, Raw and Extreme, which I've heard of lots of films in the community released by that company. They've always been a recognizable name, and the thing is, I don't mind low budget films, especially low budget horror films, because they could be some of the most fantastic. This is just not my kind of movie. I know a lot of people who would eat this up, so by no means I want to shit on the film or anything like that, because I don't do that on this channel. I'm doing 31 Days of Horror, so I watch all the films on my list, and I review, honestly, all the films on my list. So I'm not intending to go into this with any disrespect or anything. It just didn't work for me. I know a lot of people who it would work for, but this one just doesn't work for me. I mean, it's basically a porn slasher, and by porn I mean like legit porn. How much is real and fake, I can't even tell. The budget is extremely low. And by the end of it, by the last like 25 minutes, I was just waiting for it to be over. I mean, there's some funny scenes. There's definitely some hot girls in it. A lot of nudity. I mean, like penetration, nudity kind of thing. There's a shower scene with one girl that's like really hot. You have this killer who literally wears a dildo on his chin and uses this dildo to force himself on everybody. it's it's insane. There's this film that everybody watches. I don't even know what the hell this film's about. It's just a bunch of kids who love to party all the time and fuck all the time, and then a killer comes around with a dildo on his chin and just starts, you know, basically murdering them in really sick and depraved ways. There's a scene where a guy takes a shit into a cooler. This film is just so bonkers and ridiculous that I don't know how to describe it without laughing. But I mean, the way it ends too, it honestly, to me, it feels like the film stopped giving a shit. Like by the end, this guy wants to inject this kind of serum into a dead person to revive him. I don't even know who that person was because I stopped caring at that point. There's this like whole kung fu situation between the killer and some guy on the beach closer to the end of the movie. Then it goes into this kind of Frankenstein's monster throwback kind of inspiration, I guess. I was gonna say too, there's a movie that all the characters in the, or two characters in particular, a couple, like to watch in the film, and like in the movie, there's like a fictional movie that they love to watch all the time. It's called Stink of Death, and they're obsessed with this movie. This is another, grindhouse gore fest film kind of thing, and there's flashes of that film throughout this movie, and there's one scene where like this guy is basically like stabbing himself in the stomach, and then he just starts eating his guts. It's ridiculous and over the top, and it's trying so hard to be sick and depraved and pornographic, and not that I care about porn. It's just porn's not my thing. And it's an extremely low budget, and by low I mean like none. That's mean. I'm not gonna go that far, but very very low budget, and it's definitely gonna have its fans. It's just it's not my cup of tea. If you love sick and depraved, extreme low budget films that have a lot of porn in it, then knock yourself out. Check out Goreface Killer. And the advertising too is a little different, because the killer doesn't look like that. The killer looks kind of like that, but with a dick hanging out from underneath his chin. Which there is actually one funny scene. I should give this a little bit of positives. There's one scene where this girl is sitting on a toilet, and then Buddy comes in, the killer, and the first thing she says is, "Oh my God, there's a prick on your chin." He forcefully inserts his chin dick into people's mouths and then murders them. It's bizarre. It's Goreface Killer. You should know who you are before going into it. It's not a recommendation from me. It's just not my thing, honestly. No disrespect to the creators, the producers, the directors. It has its audience. I'm not that audience. So that's all I got on that. So subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice, or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more. Stay tuned and subscribe if you like what you see. And if you're a massive fan of Gorefest Killer, my bad. I hope you still subscribe if you want to. So, if not, totally cool. Let's continue 31 Days of Horror. And until next time, cheers.